is about to get much more famous for the quality of the wares that it produces, because we are here today with an absolute expert in glass blowing who's been preparing for some months for this moment. Cat Brooks.
You cannot set up the expectations like that.
So there is the epicenter of the empire.
So listen, what are you most worried about with this glass blowing?
Limbs.
Limbs!
Yeah. I've got 4 of them at the minute.
Which is a high count for you. So Kat told us her worries. She said that she has been really worried about accidentally sucking the molten glass in rather than blowing it out into a shape. And we weren't worried about that at all. In fact, it had never crossed our minds, but from the moment she said that, we have now been worried about that.
We have refreshments for the journey.
Yes, Philip, not just a pretty face. Oliver, hand the biscuits to everyone else. Oh, good morning, Dan.
Good morning.
The day that I think I can honestly say we have all been waiting for has finally arrived. A mere 6 months after Kat Brooks' birthday, her birthday present is here, and she is going glass blowing in Venice.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kat. Happy birthday to you. Kat, you look deep in thought. What's going on?
I'm reading the unlikely history of glass making in Murano.
Do you have
It's really cool, yeah. So the reason it was hidden away on the island is because it was a guild and they were guarding their secrets so jealously, yeah, that they literally ordered all glass makers to move to Murano and stuck them here, so the recipe books were only passed on from father to son and couldn't be stolen by anyone else. And also because of the fire risk, because if they're on a tiny little island away, if anything goes wrong, then it's fine. It's just a tiny little island that is only for glassware rather
Not
than
Venice.
all of Venice.
How long have they been on this island for?
Well, so Venice has been doing glass blowing, this article says, for about 1500 years, but they all got kicked out to Murano in 1291. That's when it was like decreed.
I'm a glass half full kind of a girl.
I mean, they do look sweet together. Just imagine the tangle of hair.
They wouldn't be able to tell whose was whose on the pillow. Here we are.
We're Wave Murano Glass. We are actually the youngest company Murano. We're just 5 years old. We're working a lot, and Roberto, who is the guy sitting over there on the bench, is the founder of the furnace. He's the youngest master in Murano. He started up the company when he was 26. He started his own journey in glassmaking very far in the States, because he was studying theoretical physics in Boston. And it's a kind of unusual story. He came to Murano, started working in glass furnaces with many masters. He basically learned from many of them. And after a few years, he started this big adventure. So we work with companies who ask us to make their pieces in glass after they designed it. With architects, with artists, with designers. So they come here with a design, we develop their ideas. We leave the door opens every day, so people can step in, they can see the work. If they like, they can also have a guided tour and see what real Murano is. Allora, this is the kind of pieces we were making before.
That is beautiful.
Yes, I share with you. This is our wash basin we do for companies, and we also sell it directly sometimes. It's a technique we call rostrato. Rostro means like spike. Basically based on like ropes of molten glass, which are basically then pulled one by one. The piece takes a while to be done because it's pretty thick and heavy. Look at this. And this is what scorching molten glass looks like. Yeah. As you can see, it's not really an easy job. It's very physical, very technical. So you have to, let's say, learn all the movements. Glass, it's oranges, so it's like probably over 1,000 degrees Celsius. So you know it's dangerous. You know, if you distract yourself a single moment, sometimes look at the tool over there. Can you see? It's like a graphite, let's say, pillow, which is used to shape the glass. This is a reheating furnace. It's basically, let's say, keeping the piece on a hot, stable temperature. Look at that. This is the mold we use to blow these vases, which are done for a company. And so we have precise instructions on the size. Yeah, you know, see, it blows. And in the meantime, it also does this movement to glide the piece into the mold. So the piece itself, when it has been blown, pushes on the walls of the mold. Now you're gonna see. In the meantime, Ben over there is basically using that tool, which is called the borselle, to, let's say,
like magic.
thinner the neck of it. That's pretty good. Look at the color on this side. This is our new addition of the team, and it's a super technological oven which has been designed by Roberto with Gino Tester, who is a super expert technician. Saves 30% gas more. So, and I can tell you that the gas bill here hits like a truck. So I mean, it's important to be sustainable and efficient. Inside we have 2,000 kilos of molten uncolored glass.
Seriously, you think my paint's gonna melt?
It's like our Ferrari. It's a vase we have in our catalog called the Pizzicato.
That's absolutely beautiful.
Look at that. It's now making this texture on the glass. This one, basically. Can you see that they're using Benjamin is using the palette? Is to protect the master's hand, and this impact on the hand. That tool was too cold, that's why he did that. Marco over there is blowing to stretch the piece from the inside of it. And those are some sort of calipers used to check the size of it. This is a tool we call a borselle, which is used to, let's say, make the neck thinner. And now we reheat the glass because it's getting too cold. If we stay too much out, this will break. The palette right now is used to flatten the bottom of it. That's where the piece is gonna, let's say, stand. He gave the order to Ben to gather, and he gathered some glass. Come over here. This is more or less the piece, but it has to be worked also on the other side where it's stuck on the pipe, right? So Ben over there is preparing some quantity of glass which is gonna be used as a connection, and that thing is the panty.
Oh.
So the panty is basically stuck on the piece, on the base, and glass stick together. And now he's gonna basically break the piece on that side and transfer the piece to the other, so he can work on both sides of the item. Can you see the water drop on the glass? It's all about feeling, sensitivity. So this is the mouth, let's say the upper part of the piece that was stuck on the other side before. So with the borselle, the same tool they use to make the neck thinner, they're gonna spread the piece. And this is the way you basically spread the upper part in order to obtain a vase. And that's the reason why sometimes Murano glass is expensive. Not because we want to earn lots of money, but because you have lots of people working on together on an item, and lots of work, lots of skill. Look at that. Okay. Allora, this is what we call in Italian a muffola, actually in dialect, not in Italian. It's a kiln, let's say accompany the piece to room temperature slowly. It's dropping some water on the panty, the puntello. This causes thermal shock with a hit on the pipe.
Oh my goodness. Whoa.
of the pieces is okay right now. Look, this is a very particular color. It's ruby glass.
Beautiful.
This sort of pinkish glass, which changes a lot depending on the thickness of it. This is the most costly color in Murano. It's based on a recipe with a percentage of 24K gold inside.
All right.
Try to lift it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I almost can't.
And this is the cold shop. This is where we basically polish glass, we carve glass, we clean glass, we remove imperfection, we drill it, we flatten it, we facet it. The final result from a very rough, let's say, faceting is going to be something like this.
Oh.
Can you see the difference?
Oh, look at that, yeah.
So this is the diamond wheel. This is the resin wheel with the pumice stone, pretty shiny, but not yet, because if you see there are some horizontal lines. To make them disappear completely, you have to use this wheel over here.
Okay, so hi, I'm Benjamin Lintel. I work for the company here at Wave Murano Glass. I've been working with glass for getting on for 8 years now. And the reality is that in this island, they've been making glass since before America even existed. You go down to the Museo de Venice here and have a look at the pieces that are there. You've got stuff from the 15th century that even people today cannot do.
So what? It's 8 years now that you've been doing it.
8 years, yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
so this
I mean,
is
I
rude, but you
came
seem pretty young.
I came here at 6.5 years experience. They looked at my gathering and they went, okay, we got to start from the beginning again. And the reality is that once you get close to the furnace, your body's going to go into shock, you're going to start to panic a little. It's going to go into shock, you're going to start to panic a little bit.
I'm worried about the bit about going into shock.
Yeah, no, that freaked me out.
Before anybody asks, there is no left-handed glass blowing. It does not exist.
That was what I was going to ask.
Okay, and I get to say that because I am left-handed.
Snap.
In general, we try and keep the pipe tip slightly down
Yeah.
so that it encourages the glass off the pipe. The next one is the turning, okay? And I want you guys to just practice a little bit, feeling what the turning is like. The name of the game is smoothness, okay?
Ah.
It's not about going as fast as we possibly can. Whatever you need to do, create a nice, smooth, unstuttering turning.
I'm stuttering. Good word.
No stuttering.
Definitely not stuttering. Both hands. Slowly enough that it doesn't flip over itself, but fast enough that it doesn't drop. Yeah. I feel like that's a good time to say I'm really bad at pool, and this feels quite a lot like a pool cue.
So if you want to, we can go to the furnace.
Should we go for it?
Sure. Come on.
Okay? We got a nice ball of glass here.
Yeah.
Now, have a look. What I'm looking at here is the very tip of the piece, okay? If I turn too fast, the glass goes round and round,
Yeah.
okay? But if I keep it on the left, okay, and keep the point so that it is centered in space, okay? And what I'm doing is kind of going down a bit, going up a bit, to try and feel what the glass is doing. And at some point, I can swing like a pendulum. I can even swing it over my head, but I don't want to do that. But no worries, okay?
No worries.
I mean, honestly, if you can make one exactly like that on your first time, I mean, we'll probably hire you.
You are our budding Lenon glass blower.
Stop
So I'll
it.
go fast. Give you more time to, like, you know, prepare.
That's it, well done. That's it, keep on the turning, well done. And now lift up, out. Oh, that's it.
Then
This
I'm
is
trying to
very
keep
good.
it on the left.
Yep, come up just a little bit. That's it.
Uh-oh.
That's it, you got it, well done. Okay, next one down. So you see how
Yeah.
funny that glass is?
Like this, yeah?
Like so, yeah? That's it, perfect, well done. And now come level. Excellent. I've definitely seen worse. And then you're going to give it another go.
I have to have a second go now. I'm in disgrace.
come up, 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 up. Oh, sorry. That's it, you got it. That's it, you got it. Well done, well done. Well done, up, up, up. It's going to fall off. Don't worry, don't worry. Hey, you saved it.
I'm making a twist.
You made a nice twist.
This is what I wanted to do.
That's it, and here's
Ollie runs back to Venice. It's a bottle top.
I mean, if you have a big enough imagination, you can see anything.
Spin, spin,
Bit
spin.
deeper.
Is that right? Bit deeper. Oh, crikey. That feels like a lot.
This is doing really well.
Yeah.
Doing really well.
Thanks, guys.
Go on, keep it there. Keep on turning.
Oh, yeah.
And nice and level.
Yeah.
Look at this. Good stuff.
Oh, hang on. What?
Look how smooth it is. Look how smooth it is, Kat.
But I did go second, so I could learn from, like, you as well.
Should we go and have a look at the colour if you want to choose the colours you want to use?
This we can do.
All of the colours here. What colours are you thinking about, guys?
I like the yellow.
You like the yellow? And yourself?
I quite like that lilac-y colour, the bottom left.
Right, here you go. Let's go over to the furnace. Go ahead. Slow. And stop.
Like a mushroom.
It is like a mushroom, but it will become a drinking glass. The tweezers towards the sky like I'm doing here, okay? You're going to use the back to tap the light, okay? Go ahead. How's that?
Really fun. I'm loving it.
Now you also have to think that when we're in full production making these, we make one every 50 seconds.
No!
We are working in a speed of 60 meters. Very gently. How's that?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Did really well. Really
Okay. How hard do I push? Okay.
Not too hard.
Okay.
And stop. Stop turning for a second. Now, you grab a bit of water. I'll just read this. That's it. And then right here, we go. Sizzle. One more time. Go ahead. Again. Go nice and gently inside the hole. That's it. And lift it up. Lift it up. Rotate. Stay on the top. Take them, come up a bit. Go on the top. And push down gently. Come up a bit. How's that? Happy?
Yeah.
I think it looks great.
So do I. So I'm supposed to
I
find
love that. That is superb. That is superb.
One more time. I'm going to go right close to the base here.
like that. I can't thank you enough.
Oh no.
I think you're one of the coolest people I've ever met.
Thank you very much. I'll take that.
There seems to be a Murano Glass pizza of all things. So inspired by Kat and Steph's glasswork,
Oi, be careful.
we have come to the Glass Museum here in Murano, and now you're just looking at these things with a whole different perspective. Thinking,
Absolutely. I mean, each one of those branches, each one of those leaves, every single flower, we now know the work that went into that. Is a beautiful example of one of the 18th century centerpieces for tables, and they were very, very popular then. The Doge's tables would have been adorned with these. And gardens were very popular because, of course, the Venetians didn't have gardens. There was no space in Venice for gardens. So this would have reminded the aristocratic Venetians of the time that they had in the beautiful villas that they would go to in summer.
wow, where would you actually eat?
Round the edges, not in the middle.
You had to have very small plates.
I love the fountain in the
Stunning.
middle.
Look at the flowers, the detail of those.
No, it's truly
leaves.
spectacular. And now that we have seen what it takes to make just one glass, can you imagine these tiny, tiny, intricate urns?
Look at these little figurines.
They're stunning. These are from France, from the 18th century. These are from Venice in the 18th century.
Well, I do rather like that dog.
Oh, it's an 18th century duckfish chandelier. We know them well. We love the duckfish ever since we saw them at the Villa Vitamin. Oh, wow, they're great.
They are the
17th century.
They are the cutest. Are they horses?
These are horses.
Oh my word. They are absolutely beautiful.
Cute.
Like the cutest thing. So Steffi, if I'm taking the dog,
Yes.
if you could have one thing, what would it be?
Very exuberant.
The sheen on that is incredible. And the ceiling, it has to be said, is set on.
Could I take the ceiling as well?
I think it comes with it. It's part of the sort of in the box.
Oh, fair enough.
So, Kat, you're looking very pleased with yourself in that sort of power pose.
I am very pleased with myself.
So, I guess.
Excellent morning.
So that's one ticked off the bucket list, eh?
Bucket. I mean, no.
No, this
it's
is
not.
the start of a new love affair.
Yeah. This is it. I'm a master craftsman now. Call me maestro, because that was the only thing I'll answer to, actually.
Come on, guys, let's get back on our taxi.
Okay.
Let's.
See you later.
Yeah.
Taxi.